Hey, what's up, guys? We are here in Seoul, Korea, casting the IPL5 Korean Qualifiers for League of Legends. I'm Tasteless. With me is Andy. How you doing, brother?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I've been learning League of Legends. If you're not familiar with me, I am a Starcraft 2 commentator for the GSL Code S, but GOMTV wanted me to come in and host this show. So luckily, I got an expert right here who is going to guide us through the high-end stuff. Your ELO is 2,300?
300, yes.
All right. That is very good.
I'm experienced in this game. You know, not so much experience in casting, but I feel like
you're doing just fine.
Thank you.
Papa Tasteless will hold your hand through this. Do not worry. So we've had a lot of great games today. They have been not back and forth.
Yeah,
these are not pendulum games. These are instead, I think, very, I don't want to say one-sided, but one guy's pretty dominant. The other guy's fighting back. Other teams fighting back, but eventually, you know, they lose the turrets. They lose, you know, they get the Baron, lose the turrets, lose the inhibitors, and it's GG from there. Let's take a look at our first team.
All right, here we have AZUBU Frost. In the top lane, we have Shy, Woong on AD, Cloud Templar in the jungle, Rapid Star in the mid lane, and Mad Life on support. Actually, AZUBU Frost was one of the two Korean teams to qualify to the World Championships. They did place second place in the overall tournament, so you know these guys just got back from a pretty big tournament. Came back with some cash, you know, and I'm sure they're excited to compete in the IPL now.
Yep, going to be very exciting here. And their rivals. Let's talk about these guys.
All right, this is MVP White. In the top lane, we have Home, Imp on AD, Dandy in the jungle, Mima in the mid lane, and support will be played by Small Brain. Small
Brain, I like that ID. All right, let's see how these two guys fare against each other. Who is the favorites here?
I mean, I would say AZUBU is the favorite because they were, you know, one of the two teams to qualify in the World Championships. But, you know, MVP White is also a pretty renowned team. You know, Mima has been, you know, Mima was renowned for his Gragas play.
Right.
Or he is renowned for his Gragas play. I don't know if we'll be able to see that today, but I'm sure Mima has also, you know, expanded his champion pool. He does play a lot of different champions now. But, you know, I mean, I would have to give the slight advantage to AZUBU because they have proven themselves as, you know, winners of actually the Summer Championship League in Korea and actually placing second in the World Championships.
You know, there's a lot on the line right now because only one of these teams is going to go to Las Vegas to represent, you know, their country. Korea's got a lot of pride. Obviously, they're not happy they lost, you know, the World Championships. Now's their chance. And enough of that. We're going into the in-game picking, the part where they block out certain characters and then elect who they're going to be as we go into this tournament.
All right, and the first two bans we see here are Evelynn and Anivia. Actually, MVP is targeting that Anivia ban onto Rapid Star, who is a renowned Anivia player. On AZUBU Frost's side, we have a Evelynn, Jace, and Orianna ban. All, I'm guessing Orianna and Evelynn ban towards Mima, and Jace ban towards Home.
So you want to get rid of those characters who you know your opponents are best at.
Exactly. And on MVP's side, they actually banned out Anivia, Blitzcrank, and Vladimir. First pick, we actually see a Sona pickup for AZUBU. You know, Sona has actually been banned out, I believe, every game so far in the past 3 games. So, you know, Sona, a very strong pick with that AoE ulti stun.
Yeah, for sure.
And the heal and the poke. We actually see a Ezreal and Rengar pickup for MVP. Ezreal gonna be the AD carry and jungle, or actually Rengar could be jungle or top lane. It is still up, but it looks like it might be a Rengar jungle. And now we have 2 more picks for AZUBU.
And that'll be coming up here momentarily. So much thought goes into this. Because it's going to be the makeup of the entire game. All right.
Oh, and actually we see a Skarner and TF pickup. They haven't locked in yet, so you know, these might not be final, but you know, another 2 very strong picks. TF actually having a semi-global ultimate. He can actually teleport you know, a set, it's a pretty long distance, I would say. You know, from mid lane you can get to top lane, you know, with one spell. But actually they switched that out for a Kennen pick.
What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I actually haven't seen Kennen in a very long time in competitive play. Kennen actually did receive a couple of nerfs. You know, not as strong as he used to be. But I'm guessing AZUBU wants to prove him here tonight. And actually, Karthus picked up for MVP. Karthus, you know, almost the undisputed. I mean, I wouldn't say mid, you know, the best mid champion, but the thing about Karthus is that if you have the items, if you farm up, if you, you know, make it to that mid late game, your damage will be dealt to the enemy team 100%. There's no way for you not to put damage onto them.
So this is an end game strategy then.
So yeah. So basically, Karthus is one of those champions that, you know, it's pretty safe, you know, as long as you farm up. But a very, very strong pick late game. We actually see a possible Caitlyn pickup for AZUBU. And actually on MVP side we have it's going to be an Ezreal Alistar bot lane.
All right, and we only have 2 more choices left. Excuse me.
And
last minute switch.
And actually that might be an AD Kennen. So we will actually be seeing an AD Kennen with the Sona in the bot lane, a Jax top, and a Katarina mid. Pretty unexpected. I was expecting Kennen to go either top or mid because that's where he usually goes, but actually a long time ago N5, you know, innovated this AD Kennen strategy, and AZUBU is bringing it back.
Awesome. I love to see unconventional play. Looks like we might have a Shen here.
Yep, and it looks like that Shen might be picked up for MVP. Still not sure if that Shen, because both Shen and Rengar can both go either top or jungle. They are both. That's true. They both can, you know, be in either position. So we are not sure where they will be going yet, but it looks like Shen will be going top. We'll have to see though. Actually, AZUBU having a pretty strong team comp here. With that AoE snare or AoE stun from Sona and Kennen, actually, Katarina will be able to do a lot of damage with her ultimate. And because Katarina needs AoE stuns to do AoE damage, I think this team comp will actually, I think they have a slight advantage over MVP right now.
Interesting. All right, so for summary, here's what we got. Over at top, we got Shy playing Jax, and we got Home playing Shen. Mid, Rapid Star playing Katrina, and mid here we have Karthus, and Mima is playing Karthus. Bottom AD, we have Wong playing Kennen, and Imp playing Ezreal. Support, Mad Life with Sona, and Small Brain with Alistar. Finally, in the jungle, Cloud Templar, we have Skarner, and Dandy, we have Rengar.
Yep, and you know, both these teams have quite strong team comps right now.
Yeah.
You know, Shen is a solid pick. He has that global presence. He can ult, you know, an ally and and shield and teleport to that location.
Right.
Karthus has that global ultimate. You know, Rengar, his gank potential is, you know, really good with that ultimate, stealthing him, giving him movement speed. You know, I feel like, you know, both teams have very heavily. Actually, I feel like MVP has more of a laning phase advantage due to the fact that Rengar, he's a pretty good ganker after 6 with Shen. With a combination of Shen and Rengar going into one certain lane, that's almost a guaranteed kill. So, you know, with MVP, we should be looking for, you know, some lane ganks with the Shen and Rengar coming in, with the Karthus ultimate coming.
Does that mean that Shen, there's a higher chance of Shen, even though he's at the top, could he be jungling here?
I think right now it's certain, it's almost certain that he is going in the top lane because of the player playing Shen.
Okay. Yeah. Simply because that's his general role. Okay.
Yeah. So I think it should be Shen in the top lane against Jax, and you know, AZUBU Frost's team is extremely strong as well. You know, Jax is a very tanky bruiser with a lot of damage. Skarner, flash ultimates are devastating if you don't have Quicksilver Sash. You know, Katarina, if you don't interrupt her ultimate, you know, that's a devastating combo. With, on top of that, a Kennen ulti. You know, MVP's in for a lot of stuns, you know, a lot of damage, and I feel like for MVP to pull this game, you know, to win this game, they will have to capitalize in the mid game. During the mid game, they will have to capitalize on their game potentials.
All right, so MVP's got to have solid mid game here.
Yeah, MVP has to abuse that Shen ultimate with the Karthus ultimate and actually Rengar's ultimate.
Sure.
You know, if they can successfully pull off those combinations, they should come out on top in this game. You know, if they can't shut down AZUBU Frost's carries such as Kennen and Katarina and Jax, then they'll actually, yeah, they'll have a pretty hard time dealing with a AZUBU Frost team comp.
What are the general play styles of these two teams?
At least from my experience, I actually have never watched MVP play an official match. I think maybe once, but it was like a long time ago. But at least for AZUBU Frost, they play with a calculated, it's like, I guess the best term for it would be it's not, you know, a without thinking, just all-out aggressive strategy. You know, it's calculated. You know, they analyze and measure the risk they have to take. We know with each game, we know with each kill potential. So,
all right, let's say we get some early kills here. On either side, with the gankers in this case, or it might not be a ganker. You know, sometimes there's just so skirmishes that happen. What kind of items are they going to want to build?
Well, early game, you know, just pretty standard. You know, tier 1 items, tier 2 items. You know.
Your boots, your health potions, but
yeah.
After the kills?
You know, after the kills, you know, on Karthus will most likely be going as standard. You know, the standard build for Karthus would be Rod of Ages to a Death Cap to, you know, Void Staff or Zanya,
sure,
depending. You know, for Ezreal, you know, we'll probably see like a Trinity Force. Off Shen, we might see, you know, Sunfire Cape. Wit's End is really good. Phage, Frozen Mallet. Off Jax, we'll probably see a Trinity Force. You know, plus some tank items after that. With Katarina, the standard build right now is a pretty magic penetration kind of guided build. And actually, we're here now loading into the game.
We're doing this!
The final game for tonight. We have AZUBU Frost versus MVP White.
A lot on the line again here. This should be perhaps one of our more even matches.
Hopefully.
AZUBU Frost is very good. But, you know, MVP White, not bad at all. I'd say they're a little bit more in the background when compared to some of these other Korean teams. So here we're doing it. We're going live. AZUBU Frost against MVP White.
Here we go. And it looks like a pretty standard opening from both teams. Just both teams kind of, you know, running down their lanes. We'll probably see some early wards come out from both of these teams. You know, just kind of get some map control early on.
With this makeup, do you want it? Now, I'm being a newbie now because I'm actually not a League of Legends guy. Who wants to buy the wards? Is it just everybody gets some wards and throws it down?
Well, in the very first couple minutes of the game, you start out with 475 gold.
Right.
You can actually increase that amount, you know, with your masteries, but usually only the support will get that increase in gold. So generally, with the first buy, only the support will buy wards. So here you see Alistar and Sona, the two supports, you know, picking up all the wards for the team.
Right.
You know, if the other members, sometimes you see other members of the team picking up wards early, but you know, generally
that's a little bit more unorthodox.
The potions are more, you know, are much more worth it.
Sure.
Yeah. So yeah, just pretty standard. You know, both teams kind of playing it safe. Yeah, here we see some of Kennen's stats. He is going just, he actually looks like he has a combination of AD and AP runes. So, I mean, we might see a hybrid Kennen, but I doubt that. We might just see like an attack speed, kind of like a similar build to Kog'Maw. That used to be what the AD Kennen players used to do. But we'll see that in a little bit. And just pretty standard opening. Skarner is probably going to get a no smite leash on this red. You know, with the bot lane helping him out with that. Yep, and here we have Rengar starting in the red buff. We actually have a lane swap again. Ezreal and Alistar are going to be 2v1 top against Jax, where Shen looks like it. Yeah, Shen will be against Sona and Kennen in the bot lane.
All right. As we can see now, obviously minions have spawned. And by the way, just for clarification, Small Brain is using the ID Jakju in this game.
Yep.
Jakju actually just means Small Brain in Korean. So.
Okay, and actually we see an early blue buff steal. Yeah, a blue buff steal for AZUBU Frost. That bot lane did come up for that steal. And it looks like Rengar actually is going to try and go for a blue buff steal right
A lot
now.
more action in the jungle at the start of this game.
Yeah.
With the players not even engaging each other as much as just getting these buffs.
Yeah, but actually we saw a similar play last game where... and actually we have a kill going on. Oh, and Rengar gets the first blood onto Katarina. Poked her head out too far, and Rengar just jumped all over that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, Rengar regarded by many as being OP. So, I wouldn't say he is. I would say he's actually kind of OP. Being a player.
Let's take a recap. Tell us what we're seeing here.
Yeah, so basically, Rengar he was trying to go for that blue buff, and AZUBU Frost knew that Rengar was going for that blue buff.
Right.
However, Katarina went to go check that by herself, which was the first mistake. And Rengar was actually not going for that blue buff just yet, and Rengar just jumped on her,
took her out.
Yeah, and just took her out.
She's way too fragile.
Yeah, she's only level 2. Rengar being, just very strong. Rengar, his ultimate or his passive allows him to sometimes double cast spells.
We got a moment here where this turret's being pushed pretty hard. Obviously, it's not going to be destroyed, but he is going to get that damaged a little bit so that later on, if he wants to go ahead and one hit and kill that, he can.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we got some pushing over here in the top lane. Middle skirmishes again.
Just some harass going down onto each player. Oh, Katarina coming in for some harass.
A little bit of a gutsy move there.
Yeah, but I think these two mid players should be okay. Just these 2v1 lanes are just very hard. But as a professional player, these guys have had practice.
Right.
With these 2v1, so they know what to do.
I feel like, and tell me if I'm wrong, the hardest part if you're 2v1 and you're the one, is it the last hitting?
Yeah, it's a combination of like last hitting, and it's also a combination of keeping your lane pushed towards your side so you can actually go out and get experience in gold.
Right.
Sometimes what will happen is you'll push your lane out too far, and what the opposing lane can do is freeze the lane near their tower. So if you come in to try and get gold or experience, they'll just kill you because there's too much of a distance run back to your tower.
Okay.
So, right now, they're just pushing. They're trying to push as fast as possible. Trying to get these towers down. But yeah, the hardest part about a 2v1, as a single player in that dual lane, will be controlling where the wave is. Getting that CS, last hitting under tower. Just a combination of everything. It's quite difficult.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And we just...
So, are we going to see any lane freezing potentially in this game?
Possibly. I'm sure that there will be some, sometime in the near future. But it all depends on their strategies as well, because, that if you break that early tower, it gives your whole team some extra gold.
That's true. That's gold for items and other stuff you get. At the same time, you can't quite control a lane as well. So
yeah, and you have to go out further to farm. So it looks like bot lane is pushing again towards MVP side, and actually in top lane, let's see who's doing better. Wow, Shen actually getting denied a lot. Shen only has 15 CS compared to Jax's 34. So, in this line swap, actually MVP is losing out because, Jax is farming pretty well.
We could have a gank here.
Yeah, and
this is a little bit dangerous. He goes up any further.
Yeah. But actually, we see this minion wave coming up behind Jax. So, I mean, if they do decide to engage on this, he'll just be able to leap strike onto one of those previous ones. So here we have all the Jax. The stun comes down, but I mean,
he actually got away. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, notice he waited until that last minion was up there, so he couldn't leap strike.
Yeah. So, you know, a failed gank, but, you know, unfortunately they couldn't blow any of Jax's summoners. You know, these guys' reaction time so quick. The second Rengar jumps out there, Jax does throw that stun out, so he can't get damaged. Here we have a pretty strong push on the bot lane. Yeah, Shen.
Yeah, bottom lane, they're really hitting the tower hard here.
Yeah, I think bot lane might be going down soon. We have Skarner here. Oh, it might be a dive onto Shen. He is coming out from behind. The ward did just expire. He's going in. He flashed, and he will get out of there.
So he's used up the flash.
Skarner just flashes, pulls Shen, and this is a very dead Shen.
And goodbye,
Another
Shen.
kill.
Nicely done right as they tore down that turret. Very well timed out. Their Shen was on the ball. Meanwhile, conversely, I should say, top lane over here, it looks like MVP's about to steamroll it.
Yep, and it looks like MVP will get that top turret. And actually here we see the replay of that kill on Shen. So here we have Shen. He just used his flash and his taunt, his E spell, Shadow Dash. So Shen actually has no escape spells.
Yeah, he harpoons him in here.
So what Skarner does is he flashes and ultis Shen, so because he knows Shen can't get out of that situation no matter what. Jumps on him, pulls him back to his team, and annihilates him. So Shen still struggling, only 27 CS to the Jax's 41. I mean, both of the top and bot lane turrets have gone down, so these guys should have an easier time farming up, you know, behind that second tier turret. Here we have, I think Shen will be looking to freeze this lane now. So I think Shen might just actually, I believe.
Can you explain to me, because I'm a complete freaking noob. What is the technique into freezing a lane?
So the way to freeze a lane is you gather up enough minions, enemy minions.
Right.
So, because you can't, it's not like Dota where you can kill your own minions.
Right, you can't minion deny.
Yeah, you can't minion deny. But what you can do is, here we have a kill. Almost a kill. Onto
counter over here.
But a counter and gank. But she lived. Oh no, she does go down with that red buff on Rengar. And that is a very good counter gank, actually, from MVP.
Really nicely done there. Sorry, do you mind explaining to me to our newbie viewers?
Yeah, so basically, the way you freeze a line is you stack up enough enemy minions to outpush your own minions coming in. So essentially what will happen is, let's say I am in top lane, okay? And I have, and actually this might be a kill onto Alistair. He does pop his ulti and manages to get out. Anyway, back to what I was saying is, so for example, if he wanted to freeze his lane right here, he wouldn't be auto-attacking these minions.
Okay.
See? So what he would be doing is just letting the minions fight each other.
Yeah.
And what will happen is the minions coming in from the enemy side will push faster than your minions can push, right?
Okay.
So if once all your minions are dead, you tank the minions. You don't let the minions go to the tower, because the tower, if you let the minions push the tower, and this is actually a mid turret going down.
Speaking of the tower,
for AZUBU Frost. Because if you tank the minions and don't let the tower hit the minions, then you will actually be able to freeze the lane. So for example, right here we see Shen pushing this bot lane. If Jax were to come down and stand in front of the tower range, so that the tower cannot attack the incoming minions, but just out of range, or just in range so the minions attack him and he's not. And so,
I see, and then he's he's in range where the tower can cover him. He could still poke and hit the other champion. Got it.
Yeah. See, so like right now, if he were to just leave it there, lane would be frozen.
All right, we got a beat down over here on this turret. Turret's actually going down very quickly in this game.
4-man push on mid, but they should be able to defend this. I mean, we have an even kill score here, but actually the gold advantage does go to AZUBU Frost. It looks like AZUBU Frost is out farming their opposing team MVP White. You know, Shen still having, you know, some trouble. He still doesn't have his gold for 5. Oh, a Skarner ulti onto Rengar. They do take out.
Oh, he's running out. He's trying to get away.
Yeah, and they do take out Katarina.
Oh, did we get another kill down there? No, I guess he just barely gets away.
Skarner's gonna live because Karthus actually does not have his ultimate. If Karthus had his ultimate, Skarner would most definitely have died.
All right, and it looks like they're all going to recall back since they did the damage they needed to do. Mission success.
Yep, and that's another tower. Oh, that's the second tower for MVP White. Tower advantage going to AZUBU Frost's kill score is still even, but AZUBU Frost with a 3k gold advantage.
As you can see now, AZUBU Frost. Well, they're doing a really good job as far as how far their lane's been pushed forward here. Definitely going to them.
Yeah, and actually Jax is out farming Shen by 30, over 30 CS, and you know.
Wow.
Actually, Kennen trying to go for the steal, but he does have to use his flash to get out.
Nice escape there. Yep, flashing right through those
he realizes the danger, and he just gets out of there. But actually, generally, about 20 to 30 CS is equal to 1 kill. So Jax, even though he is 0-0-0, you know, kill deficit, he still has probably around 1 to 2 kills more gold than Shen.
Okay.
So, you know, AZUBU Frost is doing a great job of farming. They're actually going to steal this blue buff as well. They might, they're pushing bot tower now. 5-man push on bot. We have Shen in the top lane trying to split push. He does have his ultimate up just in case AZUBU Frost does decide to engage on MVP White.
Looks like they're going to back up just a little bit over here.
Yeah, but it looks like they're just trying to back up.
Are they trying to bait him out here? Are they hoping that someone's going to run through that lane?
Yeah, but I don't think MVP White's going to fall for it.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just kind of transitioning towards
Shen is fixing up this lane over here. He's confident that there's nobody else close to him.
Yeah, I mean,
spotting that. Looks like we have another engagement down here. A 4-on-4 over here in the middle.
Yeah, so a possible engagement in mid. We see Jackson kind of run back towards their teammates. So actually, I think on both teams, every single person's ultimate is back up. So, you know, we should see some sort of engagement very soon.
Yeah, that would make sense.
In the mid lane, it looks like a fight almost broke out, but actually the dragon is up, so we should see a fight around there pretty soon. So we see everyone kind of grouping up around
They might be waiting for Shen to meet up here with the rest of the people in the middle.
Yeah.
Middle control sort of going here. Hold that thought.
So here we go. MVP going in towards AZUBU. Alistar did have to blow his ultimate. They will not have that option.
Try to harpoon it back in there.
Skarner flash ultimates Ali. He gets annihilated immediately. Ezreal is taking a lot of damage from Jax. Karthus doing a lot of damage. Karthus does go down, but they all... 4 members of MVP did go down for the only one.
All right, so
AZUBU.
What is AZUBU going to do now? How do they capitalize on this opportunity? They're going to get the dragon.
Definitely go for the dragon.
And
push their waves. So there's the Skarner initiation with the Sona ultimate. Jax goes in onto Ezreal, zoning him out of the fight, whereas the rest of the team can just clean up the rest.
It was a really nice move by Skarner. Snap reflexes there.
Yeah. So basically, you know, they just got cut off. Alistar did not have his ultimate to cleanse out of Skarner's. So they just used that opportunity to have a really good engage, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know, just kind of honestly just pressing that advantage. So actually, AZUBU with a, I think almost 6K now, almost 6K advantage over MVP White. Rengar with 3 kills, so he's actually one of the only two champions on MVP White with kills. Whereas on AZUBU's side, Kennen has a couple kills, and actually, this is very strange. Kennen on AZUBU Frost's team is not an AD carry. He is actually building AP. So AZUBU Frost does not have an AD carry in this game.
That's unusual.
Yeah, that is very unusual. I just noticed that.
Now, do you feel like they're doing this because they can, this is going to be harder for, MVP White to deal with because they haven't had experience against this?
Quite possibly. I mean, this might be, them trying to come up with a new strategy, a new team composition.
Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure.
I do feel like as much as we know about League of Legends, I don't think it's all figured out.
Exactly. There's still so many, different things we don't know about this game yet. So many new strategies to find out. But I mean, AZUBU Frost here looking really strong with this. I mean, at least I've never personally seen this bot AP with support.
Really interesting.
Yeah, really interesting. One thing AZUBU Frost will have to watch out for, though, is, once it comes to that sort of late game, AZUBU Frost will not have an AD carry. So they won't have that consistent, constant damage output as an AD carry would usually have. Sustained damage.
Well, Shin is, again, still up here at the top of the map. The rest of MVP White kind of focused in the middle here. It does look like, once everybody's, let me see here, their ults are all recharged. Yeah, we could have another engagement here from AZUBU.
Yep, so look for the teams to just group up again. We might see a push mid or bot.
Yep, they're just getting their buffs, getting blue, getting red.
Yep. There we have, I think MVP's blue might be coming up soon. Looks like he's trying to camp out in this jungle
the bush,
here.
A couple of bush nerds over there.
Yeah, but they actually, so the blue buff just spawned.
So they're going to have a lot of perks right now.
Yeah, so, basically AZUBU Frost is just...
All right, we got a double stack buff here.
Yeah, so it's double buff onto Jax, I believe, who, is getting pretty strong. Katarina there, getting, almost finishing her core items. I just don't know what, if this game does go to late game. I mean, I don't know how AZUBU Frost will keep up.
I mean, look at the map. I mean, right now AZUBU Frost has got wards everywhere.
Yeah.
The lanes are being pushed. Shin is barely holding on to this lane at the top.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Shin's gotten to play the game that much. He's just been playing single player at the top of the map.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, what he's been doing was freezing the lane, actually.
Right.
And just trying to catch up on farm, catch up on levels. He does have that global ultimate, so he can be there for team fights whenever they do break out.
Okay. Really good correction there. Thank you.
So basically Shen's ultimate, that is the strategy you want to go with Shen, mid to late game is, have him push the lane solo, and when the team fight does break out, you have multi in. So we have some poking going down on mid tower. I mean, see, like, AZUBU does not have an AD carry, so another thing is it'll be, harder for them to push down turrets because they don't have an auto attacker that can just sit there and put out.
Right when we get to the end part of the game, I mean, it's going to be hard to finish it.
Yeah, because essentially, in a League of Legends match, when it goes to late game, the AD carry will be the champion that deals the most damage out of the entire team.
All right, well, he's going for the Baron now.
Yeah, so actually they're trying to pull off like a sneaky Baron, but actually they will be caught. Yeah, the MVP does know they're going for this. The Baron is getting quite low, but I think they are going to back out. They do jump on to Karthus. But it looks like they're trying to finish this off. But yeah, they pick up the Baron.
Beautiful.
But they're actually quite low from that Baron.
Yeah. It's a total slugfest out here. But it looks like that Baron buff is paying off.
Yeah, but that Baron buff is paying off. 2 members about to be,
nice.
2 members from MVP White going down for the 1 on AZUBU. AZUBU Frost, they do not lose any more here. They will come out on top. They can afford to lose a couple more, but they don't want to. They want to preserve that Baron buff. There's your trying.
They're running. Turrets here not able to double defend.
And they
do it. Really nice save. Nice leap there right before he got sniped. I love it.
Very good preservation of that Baron buff for AZUBU.
Now I got to say, that was a tough situation for them in there. They wanted to kill the Baron. They're beating down on the Baron. Actually, we're going to take a recap of that.
Yeah, so here's a replay. We have the initiation on to Rengar, but Shen actually ultis the Rengar. They focus down Jax. but they actually, Jax flashes out, they go in for the Baron, but AZUBU actually picks up the Baron, they fully engage onto MVP White, Kennen there with the ultimate, in the back we have Alistar trying to soak up damage, Shen and Skarner, or actually Katarina and Skarner trying to take down Shen. But
there's a lot going on.
Yeah, here. There's a lot going on. Kennen getting picked off by Ezreal.
Yeah, as we're going to see right now.
Yeah, there Kennen goes. Shen almost dying, but actually Skarner does flash out of that. You know, here we have AZUBU just picking up another dragon, extending that gold lead by that much more. Almost a 10k advantage now for AZUBU Frost.
Really dominating game here. We're only a little bit past the 22-minute marker, but already you can just see, if you look at the mini-map, that they are stuffed into the corner here. MVP White is. There's no room to breathe. They're in the dark.
Yeah, I mean, MVP White really has to turtle now. You know, if they want to stay in this game, they can't. You know, AZUBU Frost, 4 members of AZUBU Frost have that Baron buff. If MVP White does decide to team fight, they will lose. You know, Jax just picked up that Warmog's armor.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
You know, with Jax picking up the Warmog's armor, he is super tanky now. I'm sure Jax has close to, if not more than 3,000 health now. You know, once he pops the ultimate, he'll also get that magic and armor resist.
Well, if you look at the level advantage here, too, AZUBU Frost doing way better.
Yeah, and the levels on AZUBU is just, you know,
looks like they're just going to rush down this turret right now.
There's not much MVP White can do right now against this push. They're too tanky. Wow, that's Skarner onto ultimate. And
oh my god, this is a bloodbath.
And just an annihilation. That Karthus ultimate won't even scratch AZUBU Frost.
Damn.
And it looks like they should be able to get this inhibitor.
Yeah, I know. I think they're just going to steamroll this inhibitor. You know, so many players taken out or weakened up, beat down on the turret. They may even actually go past the inhibitor and then try to get the turret behind this.
And here we have a replay. So actually the Skarner, I believe, flashed, or no, just straight up ultis Ezreal. Ezreal actually tries to blink out of that, but he does not manage to. Jax just zoning Rengar and Karthus, completely taking them out of the fight. That Karthus ultimate did almost nothing.
This is, while we were going over that, they did take out the inhibitor. They're beating down now on this turret that we can see just now over here.
They might be overstaying their welcome here, but they still do have that Baron buff, giving huge regen, more attack damage. Here we have an engaged Katarina ultimate.
Once again, a complete massacre.
Yeah, just a complete massacre.
My God. Really impressive stuff. Look at the teamwork here.
Yeah, just everyone on AZUBU Frost moving as one unit, every player knowing exactly what to do and how much damage they can do. And actually, it looks like they might just keep pushing this turret.
I think they're feeling pretty confident right now, saying, well, there's only you know, 2 out on the map right now.
Yeah, it looks like they should be able to get this turret. They probably won't be able to push in the next one, but...
Yeah, I mean, and then wisely so, they're going to pull out. Yeah, you're absolutely right.
And, you know, these players just, or actually, AZUBU Frost just won, you know, 2 pretty big team fights.
Right.
You know, they're just picking up all these these late game items now. You know, Katarina with the Guardian Angel. You know, Kennen already finishing his Zhonya's plus Will the Ancients.
You know, the Baron's going to be respawning again soon.
Yeah,
they might just go for that again.
I think the Baron buff just ran out for AZUBU Frost, so we should be seeing that in about, I think, 2 minutes.
2 minutes, so okay.
The Baron should be coming back up. I think AZUBU Frost, I think they have so much of a lead here that they don't even need it, in my opinion. You know, just everybody on AZUBU so tanky. Look at Jax almost completing his Trinity Force. You know, Katarina with that Guardian Angel. Katarina actually, you know, with her passive, she can just clean up an entire team. Because, you know, with that skill reset, with every killer assist, she can just jump around. You know, once that first killer assist goes down, she is just unstoppable in team fights. So here we just have, AZUBU just pushing down these turrets. There's nothing MVP can do.
I mean... You can see Shen's. Now, tell me if I'm correct here. Did he lane freeze this? Is Shen lane freezing over here?
I think Shen, he's trying to, but I think it's just pushing now. You know, usually Shen would just keep pushing that top lane all the way down, but right now, AZUBU Frost has such a big lead that he can't afford to do that.
This is completely brutal. This might be our shortest game today.
As once again, down, just annihilation.
Complete and total slaughter here.
Yes, they're all still pretty much full health.
This is basically GG here. I mean, the inhibitor's going to be wrecked.
Yeah, you know, everyone on AZUBU is still pretty healthy. Looks like this should be GG. First Nexus Tower going down. Second Nexus Tower going down. They are focusing the Nexus, and this is GG.
It. Unbelievable play here.
AZUBU Frost coming out with the victory.
AZUBU Frost, yes, absolutely correct. They are victorious and a well-deserved win. 20 kills to 5.
With the over 20K advantage at the end. Just
that was brutal. I enjoyed it. That was pretty pretty sick. You know, you don't normally have a 5-on-5 fight where one side completely is wiped out. Talk about everybody really focusing, knowing exactly when to use their Qs and Ws, knowing exactly when to use their Rs. It was awesome.
Exactly. Just phenomenal teamwork from AZUBU. You know, proving once again they are one of the top teams in Korea. You know, I feel like they are a force to be reckoned with.
Look, they looked, I think, the scariest, actually, out of everybody today. The other games were a bit more methodical, still one-sided, but this was just...
Yeah.
I mean, they slammed 20 kills to 5. I mean, not only were they dominating that much, but they weren't dying in the process.
Yeah.
Really nice stuff. Right from the get-go, when they cornered that Shen, beautiful stuff.
Yep.
Pushed that lane over there. Looked like it might have evened out when the other lane broke the top tower. But, yeah, they did a great job. Had the wards all over in the center to the right side of the map, so they knew exactly where the opponents are going to be. Got the Baron in somewhat of a sneaky play, and that was, I think, one of the big tipping points.
Yeah, that was a big,
Had they lost that fight, then the other team could get the Baron.
Exactly.
And that's when it can swing to the other direction.
Yeah. But, you know, AZUBU Frost is that, you know, is once again that experienced team. They know
exactly
how much damage they can do, how much damage they can take, you know, how much time they need to secure that Baron. And they did that phenomenally. I think they only lost one player that fight, got the Baron buff on 4 players, and pushed. I think after that they did push the mid inhibitor.
Yeah, they did.
Yep. And then just
broke that.
Just methodically ended the game with a slaughter.
Now, guys, this does it for today for us. Thank you so much.
It was a pleasure
for coming down here. As you guys might have caught on, I am not like a League of Legends expert, but you know, I'm here to help as I can and help learn more and more about this as this tournament moves on. So here's the next matchups we're gonna have. We're gonna have Nanji Sword versus AZUBU Frost, LGIM versus MVP White, and the loser of match 1 against the match 1 winner. And that'll be tomorrow, same time, same place. So definitely check that out. So 21 o'clock Korean Standard Time.
Yep. So this is tomorrow night. Yeah, and we should see some really good games tomorrow as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a bunch of awesome games. I look forward to casting them. We'll get you set up on Twitter soon. Add me on Twitter and call me Tasteless.
Andy.
And he's just Andy, man. This was a really fun day, though. I actually learned a lot from you. You really know your stuff, and I've actually listened to some league casting before, but you were on it. So that was great. I hope you guys learned some stuff. Spread the word. GOMTV now getting into League of Legends. We're not just doing Starcraft 2 anymore. Because I think, and watch through GOMTV or Africa. I know people generally think of us as GSL, StarCraft League, but we are expanding because we love esports.
We do.
And so please let your friends know. This is the place to be for that. And do you have any closing thoughts?
No, just, thanks for watching. And see you all tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night. Or we have to be synced up to the Korean cast, so I can keep talking for a little bit longer. See, at GSL with Codas, we can just actually end it at any point in time. It's awesome, but this is sort of a new thing where, for instance, we're piggybacked on the Korean Observer. You know, this will get better and better and better season by season and stuff like that. So, I guess we have a few more minutes to kill.
So actually, who was your favorite team that played today?
AZUBU Frost.
AZUBU Frost?
AZUBU Frost. I liked that play. I liked watching them when they were engaging each other in battles like that.
Aggressive, but methodical at the same time.
Yeah, it was very calculated.
Yeah.
All right, that does it, guys. Good night.
Thank you.